Hello, I'm John Rushton, and welcome to another edition of Emotions Expert. Today I'm going to be talking about dismissive speech. Quite often in life, we get people who come up, and we've been talking in another one of our episodes about people getting hysterical and overdramatic and everything else. But sometimes people talk to you in a way that they want you to do something, they want you to react, they want you to feel what they're feeling, they want a comment from you, and they phrase their conversations and their questions or their statements towards you in a certain way, hoping you'll comment in a certain way so they can carry on the conversation, or they're all fueled up waiting for an argument or some kind of conversation or some kind of reciprocation. It's for their benefit only. But often you don't want to be a part of it. There's no need to be a part of it. Sometimes there's nothing you can do. Sometimes, if there is something you can do, you don't want to do anything anyway because there's no point. It's just all about them, how they think, how they feel, where they want to go, what they want to say, what they want to do, them. And you don't want any part of that at all. So when people come up to you and start talking about an event which has gone on and say, "Oh, did you see that the other day? Oh, wasn't it?" And so you've only got to be cool and calm and collect and say, "Yes, I did see it." Or, "Have you seen that? Oh, do you want to do this?" No, I don't actually. Or, "Yeah, it sounds okay." And if you keep this sort of monotone and very short, sharp expression when you're answering someone, it actually takes the wind out of their sail. And if they do comment and say, "Well, you don't seem very excited about it," and say, "Well, it's not something magnificent, if you want to do it, I'll do it. If you don't, that's fine. What more do you want from me?" Because you don't have to be part of somebody else's theatre. You don't have to be part of somebody else's dramatic acting and thought process and what they want to do, because obviously they've thought of what they've got to say and they're saying it, then demonstrating it in a certain way to be sort of coherent in their own prose and what they're doing and how they're saying it and how they're portraying it towards you. And this could be, again, family, friends, anybody, people at work. "Oh, did you hear what's happening at work? And they're going to do this and this and this." And, "Yeah, okay, no, I didn't hear it. But now you've told me, thank you." And if you do that and you play it all down, you're taking, furthermore, whatever they're going to say, it's going to sort of reduce it quite a bit. And you're going to get more informative speech as opposed to more dramatic speech. Try and do that with other people. And again, some people will react and wonder why you're not sharing their enthusiasm to be blasé and shout and scream and all this kind of thing. You don't have to. Just acknowledge what they say and say, "Well, okay, but it doesn't affect me," or, "Well, nobody, it'll affect other people." "Well, there's nothing I can do about it. I mean, where do you want me to go with this conversation? What do you want me to say? It's thousands were killed in a volcano eruption. It's very sad, but there's nothing I can do about it. I mean, what further do you want me to do or say that's going to change anything? I can't reverse the process. I can't reverse anything. And I can't help those around it as well. They're thousands of miles away." A lot of these things people do to make themselves feel important. They do that to give themselves a bit of kudos, to make themselves feel that they are the knowledgeable, they have sometimes one-upmanship, sometimes they feel better, sometimes to make you even feel ignorant, that you didn't know about it, you didn't hear about it, you're ignorant about everything around what's going on. And the basis is that it may be true that you didn't know about it, but 99% of the time, not knowing all of these things, it still doesn't concern you. You have something called a life, and you're living that life the best way you can, and being overdramatic and listening to other people tell you as if it's the news you've been waiting for. Well, if they didn't tell you, or they got sort of pre-information about something which is going to be released later on or the following day or whatever, so be it. You've just got to know a little earlier than normal. But that doesn't mean anything else. It just means you got to know a little earlier. And unless you can do something, there's no point in getting all worked up about it, even if the news is quite disturbing. Say, oh, it's not very nice news, but to start going, oh my God, what am I going to do? And, all this business, it's only going to make yourself more flustered. It's only going to put yourself into a situation now where you're thinking dramatically and you're not thinking coherently. You're not thinking on a level which is conducive to you thinking straightforward and understanding and finding a solution or coming to terms with it. Because the more you start to dramatically emphasize things, you lose the plot. You even get things worse within yourself, and then you get into a situation where you feel flustered and you feel slightly nervous or tense or start breathing problems and having hypertension or something of that nature. You can all feel worse and even start sweating or whatever because you're working it up, you're churning it over again and again and again in your mind. You're sort of revamping everything, thinking of new permutations, what's going to happen, and you don't know all the answers. All you know is what you've been told. And quite often what you've been told is only a précis of the bigger picture. Quite often also what you're being told has not the answers or the solutions which you would like to understand about, because the other person hasn't got them either. They're just giving you a snippet of news or information. The real news is when you actually find it yourself and you find an understanding with it, what's going to happen, because usually the news is not in isolation. Someone somewhere has written it, has verbalized about it, has broadcast it somewhere, and there is something else more to it than what they have said. So don't get panic-stricken on things you've just heard a little bits about. Wait until you've seen the bigger picture, because quite often in the bigger picture there are solutions and answers, and those are what you need to do to feel more calm and to give you an idea of what to do to move forward. So think twice when someone actually pinpoints you and it really comes to you with a question or a statement that they want you to actually join in with. Just dismiss it by saying, oh yes, thank you. Oh really? Okay. Or anything like that. You know how you talk to other people. You know how you react. Do it your way and you will find it'll work wonders. You'll be a better person for it.